What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. We've got some pretty big news for the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG that came out actually yesterday, but I actually didn't have time, yet last night to do the video, so I decided to do it today. Not a big deal. But we got two new structure decks revealed, as well as a new, I guess, side set, kind of like battle. I guess not Battles of Legend-esque. I guess it's more like Toon Chaos-esque side set that we're going to read about today, see what the gist is, but they both seem Egyptian god relevant, which is really, really interesting. I've never been the biggest fan of like playing Egyptian gods, but I've always liked them. In fact, Obelisk the Tormentor is by far and away my favorite god. I'm not a big dragon guy, and the other two are dragons, so yeah. Anyway, let's start off with our structure decks here. These are Egyptian god decks, Slifer the Sky Dragon and Obelisk the Tormentor. They get their own structure decks here. We got all those Winged Dragon of Ra cards in the last deck build pack, and so finally we're getting a little stuff, a little cluster of things for Slifer and Obelisk to kind of even the playing field, which is very, very cool. All right, let's get reading here. Awaken the power of the Egyptian god cards. If you've ever wanted to build a deck around an Egyptian god card but didn't know where to start, look no further than the Egyptian god decks. Slifer the Sky Dragon and Obelisk the Tormentor serve up simple strategies to summon and win with either Slifer or Obelisk. Slifer powers up depending on how many cards you have in your hand. So this deck uses token generating effects to help you gather the 3 required tributes while using fewer cards in your hand. After you have Slifer on the field, power it up with cards that let you draw more cards, like the brand new Thunder Force attack. I don't know that card necessarily. I don't know if we've had that revealed or if that's just a name we're getting here. Anyway, it's based on Slifer's signature attack, and this spell can destroy all your opponent's face-up monsters at any time, but if you use it during your own main phase, you can draw a card for each monster destroyed. That's really good. I can't remember if we got that. Hopefully, it's either a quick play spell or a trap. It says anytime, so that makes me think quick play spell, so you'd be able to use it on your turn, even the first turn, but even a trap I'd be okay with, because that's a pretty powerful disruption nonetheless. Very cool, though. Obelisk the Tormentor. Unleash the true power of Obelisk by attributing 2 monsters you control and wipe your opponent's monsters off the field. This deck uses self-replicating monsters to provide tributes and protect your life points as you get closer to drawing your divine beast. Obelisk's own ability can crush your opponent's monsters all at once, but throw in the new spell card Fist of Fate, and you can negate a monster's effect and destroy it without needing to tribute. Activate during your own main phase, and you can crush all your opponent's spells and traps as well. So both these cards sound really powerful. I'm sure they have some stipulation like you have to already control Obelisk or Slifer, but still, I mean, like for what we've seen, this is just like kind of crazy to actually get cards that actually sound like playable. And I'm not saying these are going to be competitively viable decks, but it's funny that like these will be playable to the extent where they can take some gains off specific decks, which is really, really cool. Each Egyptian god deck is 40 cards total and includes 1 Egyptian god card and 5 new cards, 4 unique cards, as well as 1 copy of Soul Crossing, a brand new quick play spell included in both decks that lets you tribute summon your Egyptian god card by tributing your opponent's monsters. I think we actually have seen this card. I believe it looking crazy. This is one of those cards that like makes the deck like potentially crazy, because we've seen stuff like what's the card that's played in True Draco? It lets you like tribute an opponent's monster, or the Monarch. It's like the Monarch card, sometimes played in True Draco. A really cool card though. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but that's what this reminds me of. I don't remember what the card does word for word, but I remember it being pretty damn crazy. I mean, tributing your opponent's monsters for your own, that's crazy. Each deck is playable on its own straight out of the box. Okay, sure. It comes with a dueling guide that explains the basic strategy and some rules you should know to get the most out of your deck, whatever. Of course, if you pick up both, you can mix and match their strategies to create an awesome deck that could wield multiple Egyptian god cards. These are set to hit stores in the TCG on June 9th. It's honestly not that bad. It's 3.5 months away, so sure, we'll take it. I'm with it. I like it. I like this a lot. It's Egyptian god based. A lot of people are going to like that. It seems like it's going to make them a lot better. I'm curious to see what the new cards do. I don't know. I don't think we've had them revealed. I mean, I stay pretty on top of, you know, new cards and stuff. So I'm going to have to do some research after this. But I'm pretty sure we don't have all the cards revealed except for the Soul Crossing. All right. That is it for that. Moving on to the next set that we don't actually have much information on, but we do have the name and a quick little tidbit here. King's Court, a new TCG set, is the newest 60 card booster set with world premiere cards that can be played by themselves or as the engine of an Egyptian god card strategy. It releases 6/24/21. Set contents, it contains 10 ultra rare cards, 15 super rare cards, 35 rare cards, and 15 cards of the set are also obtainable as collector's rares. Very interesting. We had seen some of these sets go more towards like not having like supers or rares, and just being like either all ultras with some collector's rares or like weird combinations on what kind of things they were. But interesting that we're getting a little more close to like ultra supers and rares again. I think they were trying out the new thing with like Toon Chaos, and I don't think they like it because I don't think this is what Toon Chaos did there, which is pretty cool. I'm cool with that 100%. But this sounds really interesting. The coolest part to me is this sentence right here. They can be played by themselves or as an engine in an Egyptian god card strategy, which really makes me wonder, like, what is that gonna be? Is this just like a generic engine that summons tokens or, you know, gets tributes on board or just sets you up for an Egyptian god summon? Because if it can be played by themselves separate from Egyptian god strategy, it makes me wonder exactly like what we're looking at here. Like, what is it? Just generic? It like King's Court sounds like Yugi, right? King of games. Are these going to be support for some of like Yugi's old archetypes, like King, Queen, and Jack's Knight? That makes sense because they do help like get 3 monsters on the board. So maybe if they did a retrain of those 3 and it made it way easier for you to just go bing, 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 3 monsters on the field to set you up for a Slifer or an Obelisk. Maybe that could be something. Also makes me think of Magnet Warriors. It makes me hope for Magnet Warriors, I should say. I wouldn't exactly expect it to be the way they'd go with it, but the new Magnet Warriors do, at least in like 2 turns, put all 3 Magnet Warriors on the field. So maybe we could get Magnet Warrior support. I don't know. These sets tend to be a lot of new cards, so we'll see what's in here. I'm excited to see. This set, by the way, I didn't even mention that, is set to release. Oh, I think I did say, but whatever. 6/24/2021. So, 2 weeks after the other set. Still not too bad. We're about 4 months away here. So, I don't know. In the next month to 3 months, in that time frame, we'll start getting cards revealed for this. I'm very curious to see what this set is going to be. I'm sure it'll have some awesome reprints. We'll probably have collector's rares for the Egyptian gods. I know some people will be pumped about that, but curious to see where exactly that goes. But that is going to do it for me here today, guys. Pretty much all the news I want to talk about. These sets look really cool. If you're a fan of the anime, if you're a fan of the Egyptian gods, this looks really hype. Also, you know, we've seen some of this, but what I also like is it's world premiere. So these are brand new cards. This is not imports, although there might also be imports, but it looks like the main cluster of the set is world premiere cards we've never seen before. That's always extremely exciting, especially when we get in the TCG. It's a little something extra, like, ooh, we don't even get to like see what the OCG does with these first. We're getting these first. Yay. Hopefully they're good. So yeah, that's going to do it for me here, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you are hoping for most out of these. If it's King's Court stuff, I guess my question would be, of stuff Yugi used in the anime, what kind of like retrains and redone versions would you want to see? For me, it's easily 100% Magnet Warriors. Then I'd say Jack's Queen and King's Knight. I always loved their designs, but as Yu-Gi-Oh got, you know, Power Crept and Power Crept, they just were not playable at all. You have Vanillas and like King's Knight, the only one that does anything. So I'd love to see retrain versions of those. That would be so sick, as like an actual legit solid engine that just like puts 3 monsters on the board. That would be so clean. But yeah, that's gonna end it off for me there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments down below on my question or just general thoughts on the products, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.